we get the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge, one of the things we talk about the government commitment for the implementation of the thing we the agreements for the peace dialogue we peace commission be hold for government and the opposition as then we don't set up the committee and this committee for develop the terms of reference after 30 days we then be don't launch the committee within don't the happen it will explain and also salary the reselection of SALONE for the MCC compacts also now one of the issues then we go explain. For Sekadas, I want to welcome Chief Minister again at the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, SALONE.
Good morning, thank you.
Okay, before we look at government commitments in the implementation of the Tindem within at the peace dialogue and also SALONE selection for the MCC compact, make a look at the office of the Chief Minister. How we don't like so far?
Hectic every day, really hectic, but a lot of fun. The way I can think about my office now, for remove bottleneck, my job now for help people and for do work, and then that means people that within our government, people within our civil society, people that within our ordinary citizens. Then now like an ombudsman for delivery and service delivery. That means anybody can come to me and to my office and will be able to help and try for help them for implement. But primarily for government, then our government, ministries, agencies, we coordinate activities across government, we monitor, we track, we inform, and then finally we implement what's the president ask for. Because the president in office, the presidency certainly get all man for work for him, but ultimately you get priority them where in need for address. And you get the secretary to the president, we nine they deal with the administrative wing and nine they lead on that side and but when it comes to the technical part in the office of the president, that they help with.
So how we don't Talekasa ask in coordinating the activities of government and Talek central nerve for bring all these ministries together and look at the issues?
I actually think it's been really wonderful. You get the good participation and good engagement from all the different ministries and from the MDA then. We get a lot of transparency, a much better coordination and people in the way across ministries, they really collaborate and they share information and knowledge and at the end of the line we want so that people then all will help each other because not only when we work together we'll be able to deliver for the ordinary person.
All right. When you take up office, one important, activity where you take now for visit ministry, department, and agency them. So, what may prompt you for take up that particular activity there?
You're not able to know what's in the happen until you go see for yourself. Then you can see the person who they wear the shoes, now you know how they bond them. And essentially, it's the same with service delivery. That I make President B.O.B. encourage me for go out there and for see and for interact with people directly outside and they and at the sector there. The one other thing we been really important for me during this period now that you see say during the then visits and day. So I just go to Ministry of Internal Affairs pan inter agency meeting, then get all the different people that we can. You're able to learn so much, you see the problem then and then not can see all things. But when you in a state house, you see a lot more. And so you're able to say, now for talk to this person, now for engage that person, you not see that date, now this connection and they make. And then get challenged them we then can raise, we then not can necessarily see the solution immediately. So we did then side and the way they in the field, you're able you call somebody, then they solve the problem for them. Way for don't take much longer for solve.
All right. One side again, where you go na the U building. So far, what do you get a specific na that building there? Because we know some of the thing them where you see during your visit. Yeah. So update listeners them so far. Waiting so far you get that from all your work and you building.
One of the biggest things will don't happen since that visit to the E building that our government don't decide and government don't decide for work with private sector in the management and operations of E building. That process the government policy been done engage on and now we go get for figure out the ways through PPP, through different structure for actualize than the such the private sector will manage the operations of the facility.
All right. When you may visit different office system, floor by floor, we may see because you may live that most people know me to go work quick, and we may understand say your office go make a report and do recommendation. Secondly, get for do it the lift where you may assure people and say then go settle.
Yeah.
So how far with the report and same way so the lift where you may promise people and say then go look inside quickly?
We do the report maybe a week later, actually. Where all the people then, all the different ministries compile, the people then would then give query letter to, and many of them respond. So we act on that immediately. On the lift, the person we been for provide the lift, they don't pay a fraction of the contract money. The way government contracts, which is quite interesting, is where you sign contracts and they pay you initial 30%, and then where you show proof of work to a certain amount, then they pay you another percentage, and then after that they pay you a final percent. So because of this structure in how public financial management is happening, often then it becomes a question of if the service provider with that initial 30% or whatever else, and particularly if it takes a while for we then pay in that 30%, then the project will delay. With that, the Ministry of Public Works and Ministry of Finance always would get updates on that. They foresee the contractor being done buy or ship, so it takes a while as well. So then we don't pay them, they don't buy within the buy, they out at sea, they can.
Now, the EU building are the hub for the ministers. Them plenty ministries, departments, and agencies that are and the country policies that they implement them. But the situation of that place in terms of the accessibility, na challenge, and also sometimes thinking risk concern about utility facilities like light and water. As the chief minister, how government prioritize the issue of EU building? We host nearly 90% of the ministries.
I'll tell you that there is no week, I want to know there, but no week we in our ministerial forum across all ministers, we building issue not they come up, and across other government facilities. So it's a high priority. The minister then they engage for see how for make the place conducive, not just the management, but security, as you say, the access to building, utility, how people then get prepaid, or how they remove them straight from source in the budget, because every ministry get allocation for energy. So instead of you ask the Ministry of Finance, then that process it take before you get them, then you pay ETSA. One of the things that we want to do now for bill directly from Ministry of Finance to ETSA for that MDA there. So it's a priority, not just for e-building, but for all government facilities.
Even the worker from office to office, surprise visits, but for some time back, we don't see they do them visits here. What thing that happen?
I still do it, but maybe not not on live, not on camera. Like I said last week, I've been in a Ministry of Internal Affairs for about 2 hours. At the interagency meeting. I almost been there with fisheries the other day, yesterday, but then I've been getting plenty conflict. So I still do it.
Okay. Even though I'm live on camera with journalists, then why stop that?
Logistics in terms of coordinating, but I will, and the importance, the reason, so not to stop, it's just that it's been a different modality. Then, surprise visits, and the reason why they put her on media and will continue to do that is that it tells people how governments they run. Plenty tend and they like one of them industry there. Not so bad thing we can see good things as well. And people need to be brought up to speed to participate in governance. So we'll continue to do that.
All right. You mentioned about some contractor where governments are already going to agreement with for the lifts now you building. Somebody go and know who done the contractor.
I specifically don't know his name.
Right. If you're gonna you building, up till now you see because they don't clear so much card and the people away they sell much card and even yesterday.
There's still the same Moscato.
Even we're gonna you build even yesterday. I mean, they also you go make speech.
Yeah.
If you look the area, you see the same thing back again. So,
well, I'm not sure it's the same thing because you get hundreds, if not thousands, of people with the walk there, and then people need to drive. So on a day-to-day basis, now they in the park. Most of the vehicle then we did in staff then we did it not too permanent. The waiting mean happen today that you had vehicles that were stationary, that were broken down, and they don't pull them, will continue for always pull them down. But these vehicles are moving and on rotation.
All right, continue for the way to inside the program. In name now Dr. David Senge, and the Chief Minister today for talk about different in them. Firstly, you don't start for talk about in office and other things.
Still listen to now. Good morning, Salone. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM, and we still get studio guest. We now the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge. One of the things that we did inside for talk now the program now the implementation of the thing that we did inside the peace dialogue. After we peace commission, we don't hold this dialogue for the government and opposition. For sicker election concerns, then with the opposition being get, we make them being stay off governance. But after this, we see them being go in parliament and take part councils them, and the implementation be don't start. But our government committed to the full implementation of the thing them with the inside the peace dialogue. We get Dr. David Senge in the studio. Doc, let we look at the government commitments for the implementation of the peace dialogue. We now the thing we did for now the studio.
We 110% committed. Not just are we committed, His Excellency puts together a team for go negotiate, for go dialogue with APC, for make them come back. It do one because it been get the country at heart. It do one because it been one for make democracy continue. And I make it put together a well-balanced team and support we and been there available with we throughout that entire process. The resolution we come out of that agreement of national unity day, an agreement for national unity, there were 8 resolutions. Inside that 8 resolution day, the first one, that being that His Excellency will talk on a national address on dialogue, unity, peace, and cohesion. He do that day, and all man watch and he really bring the country together. The second point will be the day that APC will end in non-participation in governance. We've been welcomed and we support APC then. We make special arrangement for who stand them for swearing in the mayor, for example, mayor of Freetown. They tell them we them for swearing in because they may not miss the deadline for Western area. All the honorable then don't show up in the parliament. We tell them thank you and then don't they participate, particularly for this budget debate here. So all the mayor and district council chairmen then then don't swear in and then don't begin work. The only one then we don't left. Now 3 councillors in Abo and 1 Nabon, the APC councillor then because of the timing and scheduling. And even then they at the next available sitting, the CA then go swear them in. The minister then don't give that authority they have been just for scheduling. So on that part the APC don't they participate. The third one have been for make His Excellency form a committee for electoral systems and management bodies review with a 3-way leadership. That means one from government, one from APC party, and one from development partner. His Excellency go above and beyond Dande. He extends Dande to civil society, most of them, all of them in the electoral committee, independent committee during that process there. And then it take, because then I've been go what kind of APC then headquarter, me and Dr. Samura, we all, and with some of the people then, with my team, we been agree on the list of moral guarantors as well. We then at the 8th item. But all the list, and we been agreed to them for send 7 people then, for example, from APC, from the committee. His Excellency accept all of them without any change. In fact, on the day where His Excellency they launched the process, APC then changed one I think lawyer Mansare, a saying not the day. It been named and put in name day, but on the day, a few hours before, then change the name. Now then they make you see the different list, even the list with APC being published and the final list will really be slightly different, will not change nothing. And so His Excellency fully supports that process there. Then he launched that committee there. Within that, he said from the day we launched the committee, the terms of reference will be developed under the joint leadership of the committee within 30 days. Then the duration of the committee will be 6 months from the date of establishment, and the recommendations from the committee shall be actionable and implementable. The committee will be gender balanced. Even that gender balanced, you see, say it being hard for make more will make more than they happen. Because, as an example, and this not just reality, this not facts, not so criticism. APC na one great woman then puts there. So it hurts for make me gender balance. We're out of 7 people there. Now one woman we put about more than about 30%. 3, I think, out of the 7 for government, the woman there, and then that make we add the rights, even though we're not telling them there, but with the hope say the other people then from civil society will they come, that woman, and I make 50-50 women's group, an active member, and we'll invite children's forum, I think then serve the same woman, and so we they try for make Medan they be gender balanced, and then then you get all that 4, 5, 6. We say for release arrested prisoners detained or imprisoned by alleged elections and civil protests, informed by a list to be submitted by APC. APC submit that list there. But how you go release prisoner then with them all don't run?
So that's the concern now, that now one party thing them within the agreement, but prison break for the maximum prison winner Pademba Road don't break.
Yes.
How would they implement this?
Look, people then the way APC puts in that list. That means that them people then sabi them. If me na APC me been there, and it's just obvious. You know to your responsibility to make that person they come back into prison where you can then we go get this conversation. Then go say no to them. They're not sabi them, they're independent, but they're an organization. These are members of APC.
You don't see the list where APC put together?
Of course. I didn't mean
what are some of the names them we been in a prison we know they now?
I can't list that, but the people who were on the list are not there.
All right. You and Dr. Kelfala Mara on Twitter back and forth concerning what you just mentioned, that the need for provide some of the people we don't want away. So in any way, this particular situation we get for do with political prisoner them get for derail the peace dialogue process.
I hope not. There are 8 items on there. We have done 3, and even on the 4th one, they're ongoing. 5 now on institutionalizing of the inter-party dialogue framework. We don't take action. We don't write to PPRC and NEC. We all the list with Ndongi now of the political party. Then we they invite them for a political party dialogue. Both parties commit to re-engineer and rekindle relationships. President Bio certain APC leader then they talk. So this not to, and we'll continue for see how then they involve
after the dialogue.
No, they may not they talk. President Bio and former Vice President Victor Foug they talk all the time. So it's not a question of they talk to leadership of APC.
Victor Foug, a member of the APC.
He was a former Vice President and for APC.
But we don't relinquish political position, and we don't say don't go out of politics. And we see during the campaign with the government.
SA, both parties commit to re-engineer and rekindle the relationship within the national socio-political ecosystems, such as between His Excellency the President and former political leaders, former presidents and vice presidents. That's explicit. So if this not been former vice president in the talk, it doesn't matter. He's a former. How many former Strasser? They talk all the time. He's a former president and vice
Victor
president.
Foug, they do that in the capacity of a statesman or in the capacity of a APC?
Absolutely in the capacity of a statesman, which is what it says here. Former presidents and former vice presidents.
All right. According to Dr. Kelfala Mara in Word's 9 page now that the process for starts on the 13th, but
which process will be in the reference?
In the reference to the committee or neither a meeting one are supposed to forget, but government not show up.
I think say Dr. Kefala Maran, no, they say, well, anyway, if I read waiting, it said the terms of reference will be developed under the joint leadership of the committee within 30 days. It is within 30 days. Still, we're within that 30 days. I don't know what it be mean by the 13th. But it's still under the joint leadership. That means the APC, Dr. Kefala Mara, government, Dr. Gaima, and the UN rep, the UN country rep. You cannot have a meeting when it's under not a joint leadership of the three-way. So I don't know what they mean by meeting for happening and on the 13th. It's made up. This is not fact.
All right. Now, the two political parties, the APC and SPP, get a dialogue concerning for bringing peace to the country. We are in most of the member of parliament, they don't return back in a parliament. Inside this agreement, when I get with opposition, the APC party don't they go according to which one I may agree with?
I mean, the facts say we don't agree. Say we know they go and castigate this national agreement for unity, and yet on social media. And the reason why I responded to Dr. Kefala Maran at Twitter, I mean, for say I give a 4-page update. Now one green word, 9 that my colleague they go reference. It say on feedback. But I don't even know what the issue on feedback was, because in the other coach here, Dr. Gaima, don't they talk. And I know they've now Richard Conte in tweets, they say who's fooling who. I mean, I don't know who people are trying to fool, but if you look at with participation, I just don't mention, say, under the 8th thing that we agree on. Explicitly, there is reference. Number 1, president don't talk. Number 2, they don't swear in them people. Then they. Number 3, we don't launch the committee. Number 5, institutional interparty dialogue. We don't write to people then for make me and do. Number 8, forming the moral guarantors list. We don't do that. Day. Number 6, relationships. President BOE and former president, then leader, then and deputy leader. Then they talk. Number 7, condemning all citizens home and abroad who are inciting violence. President Bill only do that all the time. So we did do our own part, and we did continue for the own part because of national unity.
Now, let me look at the issue of what he just mentioned. Say President Bill and the leader of the opposition and former president and vice president they talk, but lately, on the incident we happened on November 26, we see the first-time presidents, they take statement and side the government not inform or decide not inform whether they don't do the statement or not. But issue of either under house arrest been there, and also we see a statement from the appeal court we warrant an immediate arrest of the leader of the APC, we now been the 2023 or 2-time flag bearer, Dr. Samura Kama. With all these happenings, what do it mean for the peace dialogue?
So these are different things. Let's separate them. Me and Dr. Samura they talk. The case on the COI and the corruption case is separate from this failed coup attempt. So a BC, in terms of timing, it looks like they are orchestrated, but they are not. The jury is independent. The judge then make their case and then concludes, say, Dr. Samura and team lost the appeal for the case where he been get the COI and then this corruption case. The judge say if for payback, if me na Dr. Samura, or if me guilty, or if me na people then we Sabian, if you pay back, you not get case.
It's not already payback. People get concerned with the term immediate arrest.
Look, me not to judge, and me not been
I already asked if all these happenings get impact on the peace dialogue.
I could see how it will lead to people believing that this is all coordinated to derail, but it's not. And if you see say there's no arrest time, even though the judge say immediate arrest, nobody now reports there's no arrest. Nobody not gonna host for go knock for arrest time. Me no say the verdict of the case. Now that if for payback, he's guilty. we hope say it go pay back or that justice process will go continue, but nobody not go arrest them.
Continue for stay with we, Dr. David Senge. We'll come back. We'll continue for look at the peace process. But we want to tell listeners and viewers of Radio Democracy that Radio Democracy production team try for get Dr. Kaifala Mara in the co-chair of the committee and he represent the All People's Congress na the committee, but not being respond to call and text message of the production team, and also the production team try for get members from the APC for talk about the commitment to the peace dialogue and within the makeup of the progress so far.
Good morning, Salone. Welcome to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Still inside the studios, we get the Chief Minister, Dr. David Senge, as there for talk about different things. The one part they get for do with the peace dialogue. Now, Chief Minister, when we see a photo of you, and you have done confirm as you mean go to the APC party, the headquarters. Firstly, as somebody with the another party, how you feel for go na opposition party the headquarters for talk thing that we get for do with peace?
Excellent. I mean, I want to commend Dr. Samurai Kamara really, because in and Honorable Cherry Kuko, when the opportunity they can then fully support, fully engage, and it will be I've been very calm and normal. I mean, as a
I just want to ask if you been scared during the process.
I know, absolutely no. Where they pass the APC people, they give me high five, they take selfie with the people they looking at the APC party office. So I feel very welcome anywhere I go, including the party office.
All right. So going forward, we get foresee, for the sake of peace, foresee both ruling and opposition. The exchange visit na the political party we see who say member in the APC go wear green or neither yourself go wear red visit on yourself going forward.
Look, I think bad politicians divide us. They are bad politicians, and then bad politicians, and then walk down there for make maybe say we don't know you talk, we don't agree. When I say Dr. Samurai and me uncle, people that may fit in that politics, but actually in West. Nami auntie. Not so. It's not politics. Sure, it may seem like we're so far apart, but we're close. Many APC people then they hang out, and so I don't believe that this issue of division. We get different ideas. With political idea, they're different. I don't know what's not your political idea. I know say we not SLPP with political idea and about inclusion. With political idea and human capital development. With political idea and agenda. Now I make education daily. That's what our idea is. That's why I'm there. I don't hate other people. We don't hate other people because of where they are. A bad politician then because they don't get team then we then stand for. Now they make them the brink and then division and they.
Now on the peace dialogue still, one tweet here from a senior member of the APC, we know Dr. Richard Conte. Reads I don't know. I say who is fooling who? Scheduled meeting postponed. The new United Nations Resident Coordinator cannot present credentials to the President. Resolution 2 not implemented in good faith. Where Resolution 2 get for do with the swearing of councillors and mayors and chairpersons. And also, it say no political prisoners released, no political cases set aside, no salaries paid, no some councillors not sworn in. Come clean.
I want to invite Richard Conte make.
Now we need to look at him as a person. Let we look at some of the concerns them we raise as member of the APC. Now it talk about Resolution 2, and that now some of the councillors them we they in the southeast the time we didn't do southeast inauguration or swanning they not been they part of them. They raise concern now say yes till date they not be swanning.
The thing is, I don't know whether Richard Conte did talk for himself or in party. So I don't want for talk for in party. I think so for himself.
So let's look at the concern. Let the person out.
Sure. Well, but if it's now they amplify this thing here. I don't know if that for in party they talk. May tell we that for in party they talk because Resolution 2, there are hundreds of councillors all sworn in. VP with vice president go out of in your own way they say out of good faith. VP go out of in way. Then change the date for Port Local. We then go Port Local and Bombali. VP na good one. Is that not in good faith? If we mayor of Freetown, they they're not being for the one at Freetown because they don't pass Freetown. They mean say make go Bombali. In self grief for good Bombali. And yet we changed it. We do one naya, we sign people then. Is that not in good faith?
What about those in Southeast? When will they see them swanning?
There are three. It's a scheduling issue. It's an issue where three nabo, one na bonds. As I mentioned, originally for mayor and councillor and a VP, 91. And party chair, the district chairman. The other one then are the minister of local government. Then people then the same with them for swear them in. They know the minister of local government get boku they do. It just go Samali, it don't come back, it they go corner up and walk. So aim for just grab and say, okay, the APC, that one councillor not ready now. So if we grab now, irrespective of in program, we go na bonds. No, you can't do that. That's not how this works. But here's what he did as a concession. He has given the authority to the CA for make the CA swear them people in, like I said, at the next possible opportunity, those ones will be. So he can't say it wasn't done in good faith. That's not honest.
So now we look at the issue of the political cases. Then the opposition presents any political case to una, and if yes, witness some of them cases, then we then present to una as political cases, then we for let go.
The Constitution is very clear, and we say with a reference to the Constitution and the law of this country, absolutely clear. I want to read within that particular resolution they say, so that people then go know explicitly. It say, Dana Resolution 4. The parties of the dialogue agree to the following. 1. Release of any persons arrested, detained, and/or imprisoned for alleged elections or civil protest, informed by a list provided by APC and other political parties and considered by the government of Sierra Leone. APC give them list. We were reviewing it for see the case by case. You know, they just not so all my people then they were that list today where it wasn't an elections related case. There are people who were on the list who were for other charges, not elections related. Of course, you know they go release them people and they because it is not explicitly election related. But on this particular matter, in real good faith, the people are not there in a prison. This coup way happen, they not go release prison. And you, in your good conscience, go hold the state and begin make this an issue for say, oh, they not release the prisoner they're here. It's your response. And I'll see, sorry, this is important. If Richard Conte really believe in this, why he not tweet say the prisoner then we don't let them come back? May he do that day. May he do waiting we all don't ask for. We don't ask for citizens there for make them participate. The day where he go tweet say, all man with them release illegally, but then come back in a prison, they are going to say really ready for make more act on this particular issue.
List them been put together.
2 lists.
No, the number of prisoners them we then consider as political prisoners that wouldn't present for.
I can't say that publicly because government is considering it.
Not the names.
I can't say that.
The number.
Either. I can't say that, but it's a large number.
Is it that everybody we been in that list na Pademba Road been there? Or something at the provincial areas?
Different, but plenty of them at Pademba Road.
So what the government they do now with that regard?
Like we say, right now we get coup they investigate. We get prison break who they investigate. With police, every day they give updates for so many people then come back. Now we don't get several hundreds of people then we don't come back. I want me Richard Conte may a pull release because na in don't they do this now. May a pull release urging all loyal APC members, particularly the one then within that list, we know in a prison for show up today and go na prison. I go promise her, say we go sit down at table and look at that list the tomorrow. If him do that day and they all can, afterward they all can, then sit down, then go na prison, then register. Me as chief minister, I the promise and say we will sit down and look at that case the next tomorrow through the judiciary. Consider.
All right, quick one before we go for a break. Chief Minister, the way how prisoner them left the correctional center and one way people concerned and don't they allege say na stage manage. As Chief Minister, you concerned the way how them prison they left the prison.
Anybody we sit down, they not like this country, and they would see them. Anybody we doubt the veracity of this coup and not like this country. Anybody we say na stage manage the killing of military personnel and not like this country. Anybody we get good conscience, we know side we don't come out now this country, yeah. We see the kind of incitement and hate where people then they spread. We see them they kill more time there. And not like this country, yeah. So I'm not concerned about the veracity of their claim because investigation they go on. I'm concerned about the dishonesty where certain political leader then we then they try to make this a stage manage. If I will lose patience if person talk down there before me. I don't think say I go sit down across a human. We go see who they crying at that place. You see people then they cry for go say then stage manage the killing of those military people who laid their lives for us. That person is not like this country.
Okay, continue for stay with me inside the program. Dr. David Senge, the Chief Minister, they talk about the peace dialogue, the government's commitment for implement the thing them within the peace dialogue, where Peace Commission and partner they be all for between the APC and the government of SALONE for sake of the concern they wouldn't be get now the outcome of the June 23, 2023 election. Well, one thing we tied to the peace dialogue now the MCC compact. We on the 13th of December, the MCC board meet now Washington DC. We said they select SALONE as eligible for continued development of the compact based on government's electoral reforms them after the June 24, 2023 election. And one people who didn't follow the news, see the compact development be don't stop first after the election and the concern of the opposition. But after the dialogue, they don't continue and don't select SALONE again. Chief Minister, our government received this information that SALONE has been reselected for the compact.
I think very well. If you read the compact press release, it very explicit say now because of the advances, particularly what the government's going to do with regards to national unity and democracy and the dialogue, now I make them reselect we, in addition to the fact, say we pass back 5 years in a row. One thing that was important, so people don't understand where one SALONE people then get, and President Bill don't talk this plenty term. The MCC compact get two value. One, before I talk about the two value, then fundamentally they talk about the strengthened relationship between the US and SALONE. We value a bilateral relationship with the United States. Now I make they engage. We get deep relationships with the United States. We understand. We get similar morals and similar values. President Bill, as I say, now they go school. The same ideas on the American dream for see anybody able make a SALONE. We say believe in that anybody be able make her. Now, the fundamental value of the MCC. Now that the score then with MCC they compile and puts together independently curated. The score on anti-corruption, not the MCC they do different credible partners around the world they do The score on spending in health, spend immunization from WHO, education from UNESCO, all of them in the independent. And President Bill say the most important value of the MCC scorecard. Now that's they give a reflection of how we do independently, not to we party people in the collector, not to other governments the collector, and independent people then they collect the information then they and say the governments don't do well in this area, governments do well in this area, government for improve in this area. And because we don't pass down the 5 years in a row, then they are the most important value of the MCC process to we. Secondly, of course, the money important. We budget last year, was it, or most recently, was $1 billion, slightly over $1 billion. And yet, if you get 400 million, right, that's 40% of your budget over, well, for that's 1 year, but over 5 years, if you break down there about 100 million, depending on what, that a big impact to the economy. So the people then we can vex say, hey, they don't put MCC. That again, I say this because we have to really understand what people mean when they celebrate bad news for the country. If you celebrate, say, oh, then don't pull SALONE for Dede, because not so you they in power or position, or because you want to make more than people than they. Imagine if lights come, then puts electricity. Not to SLPP person no more they get time. All man they get light. The MCC compact na for help we with energy. So no SALONE man not there in good conscience for glad he say we not get MCC. So this nice celebration. So we see how we receive and with joy for every Sierra Leonean.
It's good to celebrate it, but the MCC tied to the implementation of the thing them the peace dialogue and also democratic good values now the country and other things them make we know they ask you earlier how committed government they for implement this one fully
and I'm glad
cooperate to the position.
110%. We are over committed to making sure, because those values that we agreed to, they weren't values that were imposed to us. Now government and APC, now we sit down and look each other and we eye them and say we want to do this for we people then. So we not go renege on Dandy anymore. Not to MCC tell we waiting for do. Now we as the people decide for that. So we glad for this news here on MCC because they show the kind progress what we don't do as a people, as a country.
All right. When this news come out yesterday, everybody don't interpret in your way. Some man say still there is a criteria for the election data. Now you there. In any way, the MCC criteria for we fully get this money, gets for do it anything for produce the election data?
Absolutely not. Because some man, as you say, and that is not the misinformation. If you read the many people then go read now the MCC then your website waiting MCC say.
No, for somebody now we not go get the opportunity for going to the website, so you go clear the air for we sir.
I tell you waiting the MCC say my reader may not say oh now waiting Minister Senge say. It say, and I quote, in addition, the board reselected Sierra Leone as eligible to continue developing a compact in recognition of the progress made to advance the national dialogue process, begin implementation of the Agreement for National Unity, and establish the National Election Review Committee. These actions constitute a critical beginning of an inclusive process to strengthen Sierra Leone's democratic and electoral institutions following the June 2023 elections. We agree, and this is what government believes and government is doing. This is what President Bio said it in State Opening of Parliament. This is from President Bio. In making its reselection decision, the board noted its expectation of continued progress toward meaningful electoral reform. We agree with this and we'll continue this through the constitutional reform processes that will go to Parliament, as outlined in the Agreement for National Unity, prior to considering approval of proposed compact. You see, say, waiting MCC, they're right. No question have been they not mention anything but data. So if anybody they interprets that day, because I don't know side and pull in your information.
All right, continue for the way to inside the program in name now Dr. David Senge, and the Chief Minister. Well, continue for the way to inside the program.
Okay, people understand the text messages them on 07798198 and also on our Facebook page. Will they take few one, quick one, Usman?
This one say, Mr. Minister, sir, what thing you mean by where you say APC for help on for fend the jail man them? We run away na jail. Na APC them broke the jail yard or waiting?
This one from 07798198 line, Lamin Kaloko from Kabbalah, they say it's a to re-elect we again as a country for the 5th time on MCC scorecard. That's good news. Thank you, Mr. President, for your hard work. So I salute you.
This one say, please, Sierra Leoneans, we need to come together as one and stop the blame game.
This one from Mata and Robui, our Facebook page, say, good morning, Mr. Chief Minister. This is not fair for you to say APC should return the prisoners. It is the responsibility of the police, prison officers, and government to protect prison break. But they failed. They all failed. So the government is sincere about peace in our nation. Every one of you are responsible for this.
And this other one say, Chief Minister, it's our time to investigate the officers at the correctional center and Semuiso at Wilberforce.
Okay, this one from Aminata Kama on our Facebook page. They say, God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. Let us all learn to speak the truth with fear or favor. Without fear or favor, SALONE is a highly hypocritical society.
And this one says, Chief Minister, you need to talk to supporters to. Okay, this one not clear.
On we health story we run the forward command of Facebook say both past and present leaders never used our health facilities.
And this other one say, why the police not do them work, sir? Why not the party they do all the talking for the SALONE police?
This one we 0779819181. We are the last one from me because of time. And I say, Chief Minister, what will be the new improvement that SALONE will expect after being chosen back in the MCC? Thank you.
And this one says, Chief Minister, my question is, where was the prison officers the time of the alleged prison break?
Yes, so we didn't text message a quick one. You did respond to them because no get time again at least.
I want to state something. It was not a prison break. It was a coup. I mean, I don't understand why people they not understand. Say it was a coup, an attack. People took weapons, killed people. This was not a prison break. So maybe Nadandina the understanding where people they not get an investigation, then they go on, and then people then when they do that investigation, and then all man would then don't call and ask the police that actually do them work. We then see police when they talk. Not to IG don't can severally on the government press conference, and recently he was there this week as well. So we get full confidence in the police leadership, full confidence in with military, and then they continue for do it and then they do. We know say this coup for be non succeed if we police and military then we'll not be get confidence in them. But now because of their diligence and then commitment to national unity and service, now I make we they are today as a democratic state, would they make would they even talk about MCC? We know for don't happen otherwise. I want to state something. Not to say governments when they do them work with me, where they ask for make my APC app for make me the jail man then return, the one then we dinner then list. We they do that every day. Every day we they ask for make me people there. In fact, we even don't give money to ordinary citizens for make me the app we for identify the prisoners. If people are objective, and this is back to APC as a party, if you really want to help implement this process, make an official move for say anybody when because government don't do that so for every citizen, but anybody when you name them that list today, make an effort, not to your responsibility, not you go follow, but just do that release and that statement there for say we as a party, they call on we party people, and particularly the one who in this list here for make me then come. That's all you can do, and that's easy. Okay. That's something we can do.
We don't get somebody. We don't do that when a casual and call. Even we don't go hand over somebody. We don't want to.
As a party.
Yes, on behalf
okay.
of a party.
No, as a party, they should do that.
Okay.
Because it's a good thing. But in terms of the investigation and the truth, I agree, right? There's full truth, and we they continue for do this as a government. We don't continue for implement what they do as government, cabinet policies. We just see the public health agency launch yesterday, things on disability, feed SALONE, don't they advance, and we'll continue for do that.
Thank you very much for joining inside the program, Chief Minister Dr. David Senge. We go continue for the Get You and the government for updates, government commitment on the implementation of the Tindem within at the Peace Dialogue. Plenty thank you for joining we in today's edition of the program. Good morning, SALONE.
Thank you.
Well, now good morning, content of the program. Good morning, SALONE. We come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Plenty thank you to the producer Michael Sambola, Kabia Web for put the program together. Plenty thank you to DJ Kemarigi technical support, Joseph Sunga, make una see you live on Facebook. Together with Kabia, we know we first woman cameraman. Thank you very much because you want for see the program go on. So to meet another 10 minutes, Musman Kama. Have a wonderful weekend.
Musa Kamade say bye bye.